Welcome to World War II Ashes. Learn the untold.
July 10, 1940. 6:35 a.m. Southern England. ***. The low rumble reaches the coast before the planes do. A distant growl. Steady. Growing louder. Radar operators along the English Channel lean closer to glowing green screens. Blips appear. Dozens of them. Then more. In the warm summer air, the smell of salt mixes with oil and exhaust as RAF fighters sit primed on grass airfields, canopies open, engines ticking as they cool from yesterday's battles. Somewhere above the clouds, sunlight glints off metal wings. German bombers cross the water in tight formation, escorted by sleek fighters. Below them lies a quiet island, fields, villages, cities waking to another day. Britain does not know it yet, but this morning, the fate of the war is climbing into the sky, and Britain is alone. The fall of France has just ended. Paris is occupied. The British Expeditionary Force has barely escaped through the beaches of Dunkirk, leaving behind tanks, guns, and supplies in the sand. Across Europe, Nazi flags fly over capitals that surrendered in weeks, sometimes days. Only one enemy remains standing across the Channel. Adolf Hitler watches Britain closely. He does not want a long war in the West. His eyes are already turning east, toward the Soviet Union. But Britain refuses to negotiate. Winston Churchill has become Prime Minister, and his words are defiant, uncompromising. We shall never surrender. For Hitler, that leaves only one option. Britain must be crushed, but the German army cannot march across the Channel. An invasion, code-named *** Operation Sea Lion ***, is impossible unless the Royal Navy is neutralized. And the Royal Navy cannot be neutralized unless the Royal Air Force is destroyed first. So the war turns upward. The coming battle will not be fought by millions of soldiers on land. It will be decided by young men in cockpits. By radar screens and radio calls. By minutes, seconds, fuel gauges, and luck. The Battle of Britain is about to begin. Britain enters this moment exhausted and outnumbered. The Royal Air Force has fewer than 700 serviceable fighter aircraft at the start of July 1940. Many pilots are barely trained. Some are teenagers. Others are veterans who have already fought over France and barely survived. Airfields are vulnerable. Aircraft factories are exposed. Cities lie undefended against bombing, yet Britain has one quiet advantage, something the Germans underestimate. An invisible shield radar along the coastline, a chain of radar stations known as *** chain home *** stretches from Scotland to the southwest. Tall steel towers hum with electricity, sending radio waves into the sky. When enemy aircraft approach, those waves bounce back. For the first time in history, an entire nation can **see an air attack before it arrives. Radar does not win battles on its own. But it buys time. Minutes matter. Those minutes allow RAF commanders to choose when and where to fight. Behind the scenes, one man quietly shapes the defense. Air Chief Marshal Hugh Dowding head of RAF Fighter Command, believes in conservation. He knows Britain cannot replace pilots as quickly as Germany. Every aircraft, every trained flyer matters. Dowding's system links radar, observers, command centers, and squadrons into one coordinated defense. When German bombers are detected, fighters are scrambled only where needed. No wasted fuel. No random patrols. The Germans do not fully understand this system. They assume the RAF is reacting blindly. They are wrong. Across the Channel, the Luftwaffe is confident, almost arrogant. They have crushed Poland, overwhelmed France, forced the Netherlands and Belgium to surrender in days. German pilots believe the RAF will collapse just as easily. They fly superior numbers. They have experienced crews. Their aircraft are modern, fast, and deadly. The ** Messerschmitt Bf 109 ** is a lethal fighter, powerful engine, heavy armament, deadly in a climb. The twin-engine ** Bf 110 ** designed as a long-range escort, is believed to be unstoppable. German bombers, Heinkel He-111s, Dornier Do-17s, Junkers Ju-88s, have already flattened cities across Europe. Britain, they believe, will break under the same pressure, but there is a problem. The Luftwaffe was designed to support fast-moving ground armies, not to destroy a nation across water, not to conduct a prolonged air campaign alone. They do not yet realize how costly this will be. In RAF hangars, mechanics work through the night. Will-stained hands tighten bolts. Bullet holes from yesterday's fights are patched with speed and hope. There is no time for perfection. Point 2 aircraft will soon become legends. The *** Hawker Hurricane ***, rugged, forgiving, easy to repair. It will destroy more enemy aircraft during the battle than any other fighter. And the *** Supermarine Spitfire ***, sleek, fast, graceful. A pilot's machine. Deadly in a dogfight. Together, they form the backbone of Britain's defense. The men who fly them come from everywhere: English farm boys, Scottish students, factory workers, and volunteers from across the world: Poles, Czechs, Canadians, New Zealanders, South Africans. Some have already lost their homelands. This sky is the last line left on the ground. Civilians dig shelters in backyards. Windows are taped. Gas masks are kept close. Children are evacuated from cities, sent to the countryside with labels pinned to their coats. Nobody knows how bad it will get. Will London burn like Warsaw? Will Britain starve under blockade? Will invasion barges soon cross the Channel? The fear is real. But so is the resolve. Churchill understands what is at stake. Without air superiority, Britain cannot survive. Without Britain, there will be no base from which to liberate Europe later. This battle is not just about Britain. It is about whether Nazi Germany can dominate the continent unchallenged. The first clashes begin over the Channel. Small engagements. Skirmishes. Fighters probing each other's defenses. Pilots learn fast or die. Fuel runs low quickly. Ammunition disappears in seconds. A single mistake, one glance too late, means fire, smoke, and a plunge toward the sea. Some pilots bail out and are rescued. Others vanish into the water. Each loss hurts. Each loss is felt personally, yet the numbers grow. The raids get larger. The targets creep inland. Airfields. Radar stations. Ports. This is no longer testing. This is preparation, and soon, the Luftwaffe will unleash its full weight. Thousands of aircraft against Britain's fighter defenses. The real storm is forming, and the question hangs heavy in the air. When the sky finally fills with fire, will Britain still be standing? The tempo changes suddenly. By August 1940, the probing strikes are over. The Luftwaffe commits fully. This phase will later be called Adlerangriff, Eagle attack. German commanders believe the Royal Air Force is close to collapse. Their intelligence says British fighter strength is dwindling. They think one hard push will finish it. So they aim straight at the heart of fighter command. The raids come in waves now. Morning. Afternoon. Evening. Sometimes all three. From the coast, observers watch black dots grow into shapes, bombers stacked high, fighters weaving above them. The sound arrives seconds later. A deep, constant thunder that vibrates through the ground. Sirens wail across southern England. At RAF sector stations, phones ring non-stop. Orders are barked. Squadrons scramble. Engines scream to life. Hurricanes and Spitfires lift off in tight spirals, climbing hard, racing the clock. Every interception is a gamble. Climb too early, and fuel runs low before the fight even starts. Climb too late, and the bombers slip through above them all. The sky becomes a battlefield led by altitude, fighters twisting in tight circles, bombers holding formation, tracers cutting bright lines through blue summer air. German strategy is clear. Destroy RAF airfields, cripple radar stations, force fighter command into the open, and annihilated airfields like Big Gin Hill, Manstun, Tangmere, and Kenley are hit again and again. Runways are cratered. Hangars burn. Control rooms collapse under bombs. Pilots land to find their base in flames, refuel from trucks parked in fields, then take off again through smoke. Ground crews work under attack. Bombs fall while they patch wings, load ammunition, pull wounded men from cockpits. Some stations are knocked out completely, for hours. Sometimes days, yet the RAF keeps flying. The fighting is brutal and personal. There are no long-range missiles. No radar-guided weapons in the cockpit. Pilots fight at distances measured in feet. Sometimes inches. A Spitfire flashes past a Messerschmitt so close the pilot can see the other man's face sweat. Goggles. Fear. Our machine guns chatter. 8.303 Brownings in the wings rip through aluminum and fabric. Engines explode. Wings shear off. Aircraft spin down trailing smoke. Survival depends on skill and luck. A moment's hesitation is fatal. The German Bf 109 proves deadly but flawed. It is fast and powerful, but its range is limited. Pilots can only spend minutes over Britain before fuel forces them to turn back. The Bf 110, meant to protect bombers, struggles. It is too slow, too heavy. RAF pilots quickly learn how to tear it apart. Meanwhile, British fighters fight close to home. Damaged planes limp back to familiar fields. Pilots who bail out often land in friendly territory and fly again the next day. German pilots who jump have no such luck, captured or killed. One of the most important battles happens far from the air, inside bunkers. Maps cover tables. Tiny markers move across them. Women of the WAF track enemy formations using information fed from radar and observers. Calm voices relay data over telephone lines. This system, radar, command, control, and fighters, keeps Britain alive. German bombers hit radar stations early, but the damage is never decisive. Towers are tall, hard to destroy, and quickly repaired. More importantly, the Germans do not understand how vital radar truly is. They move on too soon. A mistake that will haunt them. By late August, losses on both sides climb. RAF pilots are exhausted. Some fly 4 or 5 sorties a day. Faces are hollow. Hands shake as they light cigarettes. Sleep comes in fragments, but German losses are rising faster than expected. Bombers fall in flames. Fighters vanish. Experienced crews are irreplaceable. Still, the pressure continues. Then something changes. On the night of August 24th, a small group of German bombers, possibly lost, drops bombs on London. Civilian neighborhoods are hit. Fires burn through the night. The raid is limited. Accidental, but politically, it changes everything. Churchill orders retaliation. RAF bombers strike Berlin. The damage is minor. But the message is enormous. Berlin has been bombed. Hitler is furious. He makes a decision driven by anger rather than strategy. The Luftwaffe shifts its focus away from airfields, away from fighter command, toward cities. The Blitz begins. London becomes the primary target. Night after night, bombers roar overhead. Incendiaries fall like rain. Explosions shake streets. Buildings collapse. Fires merge into infernos. Civilians crowd into underground stations, shelters, basements. Children sleep through the sound of bombs. Some never wake, but something unexpected happens. The RAF gets breathing room. Airfields recover. Squadrons reorganize. Pilots rest, briefly. Aircraft numbers stabilize. By attacking cities instead of fighters, the Luftwaffe gives Britain exactly what it needs. Time. Daylight raids continue, but the balance is shifting. On September 15th, 1940, the Luftwaffe launches one of its largest assaults yet against London. Hundreds of bombers cross the channel. They are met by everything fighter command can throw into the air. The sky fills with twisting contrails, diving fighters, falling aircraft. It is chaos. When the day ends, German losses are severe. Far worse than British. For the first time, it is clear, even to German commanders, that air superiority has not been achieved. Operation Sea Lion is quietly postponed, then shelved. Britain will not be invaded, yet the fighting does not simply stop. Bombing continues. Losses continue. But the outcome is no longer in doubt. The Luftwaffe cannot break the RAF, and without control of the skies, Hitler cannot risk crossing the Channel. The island survives. In the aftermath, Churchill addresses the nation. His words echo through history. Never in the field of human conflict was so much owed by so many to so few. The few young pilots, tired mechanics, radar operators, civilians who endured the bombs. Together, they held the line, but the cost is immense. Over 1,700 RAF pilots killed or wounded, thousands of civilians dead, cities scarred, families shattered, and yet, something greater has been proven. Nazi Germany can be stopped. The myth of invincibility is broken. Still, the war is far from over. As autumn approaches and the nights grow longer, Britain prepares for a different kind of battle, one fought in darkness, under burning skies, where survival will depend not on fighters alone, but on endurance, and the worst nights are yet to come. The 15th of September, 1940. Early afternoon. London is already burning. Smoke drifts across the Thames, thick and oily, clinging to rooftops and church spires. Sirens rise again, long, desperate wails that barely fade before starting anew. People look up. They always do. And they see them, hundreds of aircraft, the largest daylight assault yet. This is the moment the Luftwaffe believes will finally break Britain. Radar screens light up across the south coast. Operators track wave after wave crossing the Channel. Phones ring. Orders flow. Sector stations scramble everything they have left. Some squadrons take off with half their usual strength. Some aircraft still bear patched bullet holes from the day before. There is no reserve. If this fails, there is nothing behind it. High above Kent, the sky becomes a furnace. German bombers hold tight formations, box after box, their escorts weaving aggressively. Below them, British fighters climb hard, engines straining, wings trembling as they claw for altitude. The first attacks come fast. Spitfires slash through escort fighters. Hurricanes dive straight into bomber streams. Tracers streak in every direction. The air is filled with sound, engines screaming, guns hammering, metal tearing itself apart. Pilots lose sight of friends in seconds. A Messerschmitt bursts into flame and vanishes into cloud. A hurricane spins past with its canopy gone. Pilots slumped forward, parachutes blossom, some too low. There is no time to count, only to fight. Over London, bombs begin to fall. Explosions ripple across docks, streets, factories. Smoke rises in black pillars. Fires merge, spread, roar. Yet above it all, the RAF keeps attacking again. And again, German formations fracture. Bombers jettison loads early. Accuracy collapses. Escorts peel away, low on fuel, forced to turn back toward France. Some never make it. By late afternoon, the raids thin. Then stop. The sky slowly empties. Britain still stands. German losses are undeniable. Aircraft destroyed. Crews missing. Morale shaken for the first time. Even Hitler sees the truth. Air superiority has not been achieved. The RAF is not beaten. The invasion cannot happen. Operation Sea Lion is postponed indefinitely. The Battle of Britain, though not officially declared over for weeks, has reached its turning point. The Luftwaffe will never again come so close to victory over the island. But the war shifts instead of ending. If Britain cannot be defeated by day, it will be punished by night. The Blitz intensifies for months. German bombers strike after dark. London, Coventry, Liverpool, Birmingham. Cities burn while civilians sleep in shelters, tunnels, doorways. Entire neighborhoods vanished, yet morale does not break. Factories keep working. Trains keep running. Pilots keep flying. The RAF adapts again. Night fighters, searchlights, anti-aircraft guns, early airborne radar. Slowly, painfully, Britain learns how to fight in the dark. By May 1941, the raids fade, Hitler turns east, the Luftwaffe follows. The Battle of Britain is over. It is the first major defeat Nazi Germany has suffered in the war, and it changes everything strategically. Its impact is enormous. Britain remains in the war. The Royal Navy remains unchallenged at sea. The island becomes an unsinkable aircraft carrier. From here will come the bomber offensive. From here will come the invasion of Normandy. From here will come the liberation of Europe. None of it happens if Britain falls in 1940. But the victory is not just strategic. It is human. It belongs to pilots barely out of school, flying into impossible odds. To mechanics who worked through air raids to keep planes flying. To radar operators who never fired a shot but shaped the battle. To civilians who endured the bombs and refused to yield. It belongs to a nation that stood alone and did not blink. Churchill later reflected on those months not as triumph, but as survival. A narrow margin. A fragile balance. A fight decided by minutes, fuel gauges, weather, and exhausted men who refused to quit. The outcome was never guaranteed. Had radar failed, had airfields collapsed, had fighter command broken for even a week, history would be unrecognizable. Today, when we look at modern air power, stealth jets, satellites, precision weapons, it all traces back to lessons learned in the skies over Britain. Control the air. Control information. Protect the people below. The Battle of Britain was the first war fought as much with systems as with courage, and it proved that technology means nothing without the will to use it. Stand on the cliffs of Dover now. The sky is quiet, the channel calm, contrails drift peacefully overhead. It's hard to imagine what once filled this space: fear, fire, and the sound of engines fighting for the future of the world. But it happened. And because it did, the world we live in today exists. Britain stood alone, and by standing alone, it ensured it would never stand alone again. If this story stayed with you, let us know in the comments. Was the Battle of Britain decided more by technology or by human resolve? And as always, remember the few.
Thanks for watching this chapter of World War II. If you find this video helpful, please support us by liking and dropping a comment. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to catch the next chapter of this series. Until then, take care.